The New England Patriots address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out content for people just like you who love Patriots football. So do me a favor before we get started. As always, hit that subscribe button. It'd mean the world to me. Hit that like button. Let's get rolling. So today, we need to talk about the 1-6 New England Patriots and what they're doing about it. Now, what's been awesome to see is I feel like at times there have been leaders who have stepped up. When you're 1-6, frustrations mount. Things can get toxic. People can get upset. We already have seen a couple wide receivers, more than one, get upset about playing time, whatever it might be, and addressing that on social media. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today, what we're here to talk about is Jawan Bentley, and Jawan Bentley coming out as one of the captains, being able to come and say, listen, there's an issue. There's something we need to address, and let's jump on it. So we know Jawan Bentley, one of the captains, out for the rest of the season with a torn pec. Incredibly frustrating, one of the big leaders of that team. And him and Kendrick Bourne coming in and essentially addressing the fact that there's a lack of energy on this team. Lack of energy, lack of discipline, lack of leadership, all these different things they pour on in this team meeting. And it was necessary. It was needed. Again, this is a young team. There's a lot of young players on this team, and the question becomes who's going to step up and who's going to be captains. I think you will see as time goes, you'll see that in Drake May, but the question becomes who's going to do that in the wide receiver room. I think Kendrick Bourne being able to come out and do this right now is showing, hey, I'm mature, 29-year-old, been in the league for a while. Hey, young bucks, this is how you do it. All right, we got to work as a team. We got to work together. We have to have that same mindset. If we don't have that same mindset, one, this team's not going anywhere. Two, you're probably not going to be on this team because you aren't fostering that positive attitude that's uplifting, that is on board as the team. And so the big message was them basically saying, hey, we need to focus on what's important, and that's this team moving forward. And we've been failing to do that. We've been failing on multiple fronts, not only on the field, but as well when it comes to how we carry ourselves and the energy that we provide. Basically, one thing I think that's awesome too is they talked about how it's been individualized in that, hey, this is a team sport. We need to play as a team. And I think that was more pointed towards the wide receivers on the team. But anyways, that being said, I think that was necessary, that was needed for a team that is lacking luster, that's lacking that pop, that's lacking the energy that I feel like we've seen at times this year. Again, you watch that Houston Texan game and you saw at times like, hey, they have something. They can do something. And then all of a sudden it was down in the flames, and it was awful. So again, I think this is a good move by Jawan Bentley, Kendrick Bourne. I'm assuming as a captain, Bentley was the one who decided, hey, this is what we're going to do. So it's awesome to see that leadership and someone take charge. Again, I think start to watch for Drake May to step in one of those roles. We know that Jacoby Brissett is still a captain. But again, I think you will see Drake May. Now, comment below. What do you think about any of this? Is this something important, something good that you guys see going on? As well, I think it's important to going into this next game, talk about X factors. And I think one of the biggest X factors, and I thought this was perfect, was AVP. I think AVP has been under a lot of scrutiny for his play calling. In case in point, he talks about how when they were going up against the Jets, there was times that he was just like, listen, I should have called that differently. How I called that was not smart, was not ideal, and I'm upset that I called it the way that I did. And so I think that's it takes a man to be able to step up and say that. And I think as well, when your back's against the wall, the last thing you want to be saying is, I'm doing it right when everything's going wrong, right? You're not going to retain your job by doing something like that. So I think that AVP being able to say that, and as well being able to see some more of this momentum on the offensive side of the ball at times. You look at the Jaguars game, that first drive, and there was a couple other times that you saw that. During the Texans game, you saw that. And so again, I think Drake May has big things for this offense. And the big question is the X factor. Can AVP draw up plays, drives that help exploit the New England Patriots offensive weapons? That will be the big thing. Now, one of the breaking news is Jalen Polk is out for the game against the New York Jets in Foxborough. Again, is he injured? I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the report, but again, it might be one of those things where it's like, hey, how about we just take a break because you've been dropping a lot of balls. So again, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. Maybe it's time for him to mentally recoup and jump back in. But again, you just look at this X factor. I think AVP, that's correct. You continue down. Other X factors, offensive line, that's huge. Honestly, the past couple games, I don't think the offensive line has been horrendous. Again, when they had to go up against Will Anderson and the Texans, that was difficult, but I think at times they really held their own. I think Drake May has looked a lot more natural in the pocket, and there's been times that pocket has been a lot better. And I really think the biggest issue on this team the past couple games has not been the offensive line. I think there's been times the defense, it seems like it's kind of rolled over and given up, and I think that's Bentley, a big reason he gave that speech, being, the captain of that defense, though injured, wanting players to know, like, hey, listen, we gotta get rolling. Gotcha. Another X factor. He's in that interior where Barmore hopefully coming back sooner than we think. But him and Barmore would be absolutely dirty. But him kind of trying to hold his own, especially in a defensive line that has struggled at times, losing some key contributors from past seasons. So needing to step up as well. Obviously, tackling was horrendous the last game. And again, at the very bottom, the reason I want to show this one is team leadership. After a comment like Bentley and Kendrick Bourne had made, who's going to step up? Who's going to be leaders? Who's going to lead? The biggest thing right here, underline this: lead by example. Lead by example. Everyone has the potential. I tell this to my players all the time. Everyone can be a leader. Every single person can be a leader. And those might all look different, and that's totally fine. I think a lot of people think there's a carbon copy leader that has to be that vocal guy and all this stuff. Yes, there can be. But there's also a lot of leaders out there that are leading by example, that maybe aren't saying much, but they're showing how they play, through their actions, whether that's helping others, whether that's just doing the right thing on the field, whether it's working hard. Everyone has the opportunity to be the leader, but the question is, are you going to take up the reins and do it? So I think that's the big thing for the Patriots as well moving forward. And then again, trade rumors. Uche, apparently one of the biggest suitors for him is the Baltimore Ravens, getting some more edge rushing for the Baltimore Ravens, a team that I think a lot of people think could make another deep run in the AFC. We will see. Again, any trade, here's the biggest thing. If people want someone from your team, like if you have a car that I want, if you have a truck that I want, I really want a truck. If you have a truck that I want, if you want to give me a truck, I'll take a truck pro bono. Anyways, if you have a truck and I come up to you and it's not for sale and I tell you I want that truck, here's the deal. The person selling the truck is only going to get rid of that truck if it's too good to pass up. Too good to pass up. As simple as that. So any of these trades that all these journalists, all these reporters, all these people are speculating and talking about, and rumors and whatnot, when it comes down to it, the Patriots, if someone's coming to them, they are in the driver's seat. Much like you look at the trade where everyone was trying to get Brandon Ayuk, who was in the driver's seat at that time. Technically Brandon Ayuk in a way, because the 49ers said, hey, we'll let you kind of pick, because the Patriots did make a very generous offer that they turned down. But again, if the Patriots are in the driver's seat, they need to take advantage if they make any trades before the trade deadline. So comment below on anything we talked about today. Again, on your way out, find that subscribe button somewhere around here. Hit it, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.